Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about keyword difficulty. And this is a really important factor and it's often forgotten. Well, what we're going to look at is we're going to take a look at some ways that we at Plug and Play, at our digital agency, measure competitiveness and difficulty for specific keywords. So I'm going to cross over now to some keyword lists, and we're looking at these keywords, and the key things that we're looking at are the search volume, the relevance, and the difficulty. So the difficulty is really focusing in on using a couple of pro tools. So we're using moz.com here, and we're going to be looking at domain authority and page authority and on-page specificity. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at a couple of specific keywords. So I'm going to introduce you to Manali and Mann. Manali and Mann are an architectural practice based in South London, and a lot of their clients are in London, but they also have clients across the UK. They've got a couple of niches. They overall look at residential architecture, commercial architecture, interior design, both residential and commercial. So there's a huge range of different keywords that they could be going for. So by going into a specific keyword, so we're looking here at commercial architects for Manali and Mann, what we can see is when we started working with them, they were actually on page 4. They were 32nd in Google, which is as good as nowhere from a actually using Google perspective. But how do we get them into the top 10? So when we were looking at this particular keyword and we're zooming in on this particular keyword search engine results page, or SERPs, what we're looking at here is the page authority, domain authority, their respective inbound link profiles, and the on-page specificity. And what you can see here is that Manali and Mann actually had better page authority and better domain authority than some of our competitors here on page 1 of Google. But what it was lacking was high quality on-page specificity, and that really came down to, unfortunately, how badly their original website was coded. Fast forward 5.5 months, and what you can see here is Manali and Mann were now #1 in Google for commercial architects, and the only thing that's actually changed over that period of time is the website. Now, the website's changed quite a lot. We've recoded it. The content is a bit more in depth, but most importantly, the content is aligned with the on-page specificity guidelines that Google itself has announced and that Moz actually reports using Moz's on-page specificity tools. Now, the trick is not just to do this with individual search terms. The trick is to do this with hundreds of terms across your entire website. So when you align those particular keywords to specific pages, the key thing here is knowing that your homepage isn't the only page that people start their search journey from. People start their search journey in Google, and they get a teleport in to the most specific page for you. And that's why with Manali and Mann, we have residential architects as a particular landing page. We've got commercial architects as a specific landing page. Interior Design London as a specific landing page. And in this way, when people move from Google for that particular search term to the website, they're highly aligned. And being highly aligned means that they're less likely to bounce, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Google ranks you more highly because it's sending people to you and they're not bouncing. And so you gradually improve your search rankings in Google for a whole range of different search terms. The key thing to take away is really to introspect and look at yourself in the mirror and say, how much time and how much money do I realistically have to improve my rankings in Google? And this is where using tools like moz.com and SEMrush to look at domain authority, page authority, and on-page specificity can really help. And the key reason is you have complete control over on-page specificity. I hope that's been helpful, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Cheers.